I'm not ashamed to admit that I have dedicated a large portion of my life to World of Warcraft by Blizzard. It's not in my life right now, though I expect I'll enjoy their upcoming expansion briefly, but at one time I was a raid leader for a high-level guild. This isn't boasting, but rather a way of saying that when Raid Leader by Red Zebra and Crescent Moon Games dropped on the App Store, I had a lot of experience to draw on, and let me tell you, it helped a lot. You see, much like Micah Mobile's Battleheart, you're placed in control over three typical RPG heroes: a melee tank, a ranged DPS or damage dealer, and a ranged healer. This trio combine to form a tight-knit group that can decimate boss creatures and their epic variations alike, if you can crack the secret to not only staying alive, but also dealing enough damage before the boss enrages, killing your party in short order. Each character can be positioned thanks to touching and dragging a line to where they should be. This is easier said than done in the heat of battle, as hovering near an enemy, or in the case of a healer, a party member, locks you onto them, making hasty movement difficult. This would be less problematic if many of the encounters didn't require speedy reactions, at least on the first attempt to survive. Once you're more familiar with the encounter, multitasking three heroes becomes less problematic as you calmly respond to telegraphed attacks. But until then, you're at the mercy of the game's sticky controls. Character customization is also relatively limited, despite the rather generous amount of skills that can be purchased with the gold earned from killing bosses or participating in one of several endless style levels. Each hero has a series of skills that provide a limited toolset, mostly boiling down to damage, survival, and utility. The fact that one of these options can be almost entirely removed depending on the character in question. For example, the ranged character has no need for survival if the tank is doing his job correctly, limits things even further. Speaking of the tank, generating threat on the boss seems to be more a matter of whoever is currently closest. At times this is easy to manage, but thanks to some boss mechanics, such as needing to move the boss around constantly, this leads to a few awkward endings to otherwise solid attempts. Raid Leader's ultimate shortcoming is its lack of depth or variety. The characters themselves lend little in the way of tactical advantages to the encounters, the same skills can be used almost exclusively if leveled up, and bosses are repeated, albeit with a new trick or two. If you don't feel like investing into a real MMO, or just want some way to kill time while waiting for a group outside a dungeon, Raid Leader does a decent job of adapting the full experience into a pocket-sized game. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.